What is going on, amazing people? Thank you for joining another episode of the Thrive Forever Fit Show. You know this, but I'll say it anyway. I'm your host, Jay Nixon, and I am unbelievably grateful that you are here. Before we jump into today's show is brought to you by my favorite supplement on the planet. It is called Elite BCAAs Plus. It is a branched chain amino acid and electrolyte recovery human optimization preservation product. I'm going to drop all the details in the show notes. Here's the bottom line, guys. You're not overtrained. You're under recovered. Think about that for a second. You're not recovering properly from your workouts, from your hikes, from your nights of binge drinking tequila and margaritas by the pool. You're under recovered. And the only way to get out of being under recovered is to get a recovery type product like Elite BCAAs Plus. I'm going to put everything in the show notes. You don't have to do a thing. You can go to thriveforeverfit.com, hit shop. You'll see it right there. It's my favorite product on the planet. Highly, highly recommend it. Let's jump into today's show because it's powerful, it's needed, it's necessary. And you're going to walk away from today's show, guys, with 4 utilizable techniques. You guys know the gist, right? This show is about disruption, inspiration, and transformation. So today I'm going to help you disrupt your lack of momentum. I'm going to inspire you to get momentum, and then I'm going to give you tools and techniques to help you transform where you are today into a positive momentum shift. Who doesn't want that? Who doesn't need that right now? Momentum right now, motivation right now is low, it's lagging just because of the state of the union, just because everything that's going on around us. Extreme, complete chaos, right? So the title of today's show is 4 steps to regaining your lost momentum. Listen, if you've lost momentum, don't feel bad. You're not alone. You're not unusual. You're not even rare. Most people I know right now have lost momentum. I'd say 90% of the people that I speak to, from coaching clients to friends to just the public in general, have lost momentum because of the overwhelming complexity of everything we're going through. So the 4 reasons, guys, I think I got to give you the 4 reasons first why you've lost momentum, because I'm a firm believer in talking about the things that got you where you are so you don't have to go through those things again. And then I'm going to give you 4 actionable steps that you can take today. You don't have to wait 30 days. You don't have to wait 60 days. You don't have to wait 90 days. You can take these steps today and get positive momentum back in your favor. And it's not going to cost you a thing. Not going to cost you a penny. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to give anybody anything. You just have to do 4 simple things. So here's the number 1 reason why you've probably lost momentum. Broken promises. See, what broken promises do is they destroy your self-belief, and they actually build negative momentum. See, momentum works both ways. It can go positive and or it can go negative. And negative momentum has just as much, if not more, power, more speed than positive momentum. So what you have to do is you have to stop that negative momentum, and you have to stop that by stop breaking those promises. And think about this for a second. The more promises you break to yourself, the easier it becomes to break those promises. We can all think of things, right? We can all think of that one promise we've broken to ourselves 1,000 times. And now, not even a broken promise anymore. It's just our new habit, ritual, and standard. I wrote an entire chapter in the Overweight Mind. If you haven't read the Overweight Mind, guys, highly suggest it right now. Could be a pivotal book in your transformation journey. If you've already read it, I suggest you dig back into it. Chapter 8 is titled What You Do in the Dark. So it's really about what you do when no one is watching, and what happens in that moment. What you do when no one is watching either builds or destroys momentum. Think about that. When nobody's watching, you're either building momentum because you do what you say you're going to do, or you break promises, and that destroys momentum and actually creates negative momentum. That's something you don't want to do. Momentum is so valuable. Momentum is the magic multiplier. If you can get momentum on your side, things will start to happen for you in a very, very rapid fashion. You'll actually get more faster because you've got momentum. Negative momentum works the same way. You'll notice that more negative things are coming your way, the more negativity you build upon. Number 2 is this: you've got zero accountability. You've isolated yourself because of all the complexity of everything that's going on in the world. And you ask yourself this: who will ever know? Like, who's going to find out? Like, who's going to know I didn't do what I said I was going to do? And the truth of the matter is, you will know. And that's the most important piece of the puzzle. That's really the only thing that matters. You will know that you broke those promises to yourself. You will know you didn't do what you said you were going to do. And that's powerful, guys. It's not what other people know about. And listen, they're going to know too, right? If it's a weight loss thing, they're going to look at you and say, well, that person's not doing what they said they were going to do, right? They must not be on their diet anymore. They must not be working out anymore. They must not be whatever it is anymore. If it's money, the same thing. They're broke. I thought they were going to get that new job. I thought they were going to do this, this, and this. Oh my gosh, they're not, that relationship's over. I thought it was the best relationship ever. But it's all really trickles back into accountability. Who will ever know? There's no such thing as a secret, right? Because you know what it is. And if you know what it is, then somebody else is going to find out what it is. And then it just exacerbates itself. That's one of the most joke show words on the planet. I got a secret. You don't have no damn secret, right? There's no such thing as a secret. Because listen, the most important person that will know that you didn't do what you said you were going to do is you. So shift that responsibility away from other people finding out to you already knowing, right? And if you stop breaking those promises, you start having more accountability to yourself. Game changer. Number 3 is this: you don't believe in yourself. You've broken so many promises for so long with the same repetitive behavior is you no longer believe in yourself. And what you need is someone who believes in you more than you believe in yourself. That's where accountability and support come into play. You don't have any accountability and you have very minimal support. And the support you do have is pacification, meaning the people that are around you are pacifying your bad decisions because they're your friends. Your friends don't want to hurt your feelings. Your friends don't want to see you sad. Your friends don't want to see you cry. Your friends don't want to see you with anxiety and depression and whatever. And they think the pacification is going to make that better. And it's not. It just exacerbates it. Number 4, you've convinced yourself that it's going to be hard. You've convinced yourself it's going to be so difficult to do whatever it is that you want to do. Weight loss, make more money, have a beautiful relationship, whatever it is. You've convinced yourself that the process to get where you want to go, the outcome that you really deserve and desire, is going to be so difficult, so painful that it won't be worth it. And human beings avoid things that we perceive as difficult or hard. It's how we're programmed. The last episode was the path of least resistance, right? Is always booby trapped. This is why we take the path of least resistance, because we'd rather get we'd rather get blown up by the booby trap than have to do something that's difficult or hard. You've convinced yourself that you are not worth it. That's got to stop. You guys want to jam right into the 4 steps to creating positive momentum? You want to shift over into those bad boys? I do, because that's where we need to be. Like, I don't want to beat a dead horse. I don't want to just sit here and just talk about these things and the reasons why you are where you are over and over again, because that brings no value. But that's what most of us do. We ruminate on the things that are going wrong. We just sit there and fester on those things that are going wrong, the things that we've done wrong, the broken promises, and we start to feel bad and worse, and it just exacerbates itself into this giant ball of negativity and negative momentum. Let's get out of that today with 4 simple steps. You hear what I said? 4 simple steps. These are not hard. Write these down. Number 1, make a public declaration of what it is that you're going to do. See, here's what we do. We don't tell anybody what our goals are, because then there's that accountability piece. There's that, oh shit. If I tell everybody what I'm going to do and then I don't do it, they're going to think I'm a loser. They're going to think negatively of me. They're not going to think I'm as cool as they think. They don't think you're cool now. Trust me. Nobody thinks anybody else is cool. Everybody else is so wrapped up in their own shit. Nobody's even worried about you. So lose that train of thought. Here's the differentiator. Make a public declaration. And it's not, the public declaration isn't for the public. The public declaration is for you. Psychologically, the more people you tell, the more momentum builds around that. The more you speak about it, the more you believe it, the more you say it, the more it's going to come to fruition, because it gets inside of your DNA. It gets inside of your mindset. It gets inside of your thought patterns, and you start to think positively about this. This is what I'm going to do. And then you start to think, I am doing this. Holy shit. And I'm not talking about telling your mommy and your daddy and your best friend and whatever. I'm talking tell everybody. Talk about it like it's the only thing in town. Tell your mailman when you see him at the mailbox, hey, you're not going to believe this shit. Listen to what I'm doing. He's going to be like, this person's crazy. Who gives a shit? Tell the lady at the grocery store. Tell everybody. Put it on FaceSpace, put it on the Instagram, put it on LinkedIn, put it everywhere. Tell everybody. Make it your screensaver. Make it your phone saver. Put it everywhere. Shoe polish it on your car. Public declarations will make a difference because it will build momentum for you. And the more people that know what it is you're doing, the more support and accountability you're going to get. Now that support and accountability won't be enough, but you'll know, the mailman knows, this is what I said I was going to do. I better do it. You're going to know the lady at the grocery store I see once a week knows this is what I'm going to do. All my friends know, my family knows, Facebook knows, Instagram knows, everybody knows. And you'll have a higher likelihood of building positive momentum because of that, because it's not even that who you tell, it's that you're telling them. Because what that does is that builds psychological neural pathways inside of your own brain. And that's the important part. It creates a feedback loop of this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. You're not going to believe what I'm doing. I'm so excited about what I'm doing. You build positivity and momentum around it by speaking about it. This is why I'm always so highly, highly focused on the words that you use, on the phrases that come out of your mouth, the thoughts that are in your brain, because they matter. This public declaration will be powerful for you. Number 2, accountability. You must have, listen to me, you must have accountability on this journey or you will not get where you want to go. You've proven that, right? You've proven that you'll break promises to yourself over and over again. You've proven that no accountability is not the formula that works for you. And I have one more piece of just bad news for you. Your friends can't be your accountability. You're like, well, my friends love me. They love me. Your friends can't be your accountability. If they could be, they already would be. If your friends were powerful enough to motivate, inspire you, drag you through this thing that you want to do, get you to do it, lead you, all those things, they would have already done it. Your friends aren't for that. Your friends are for the other stuff. Your friends are for the funsies. Your friends are for the pacification when you need it. That's what your friends do. No, don't say that. Don't say that. You're doing great. You're doing so great. You're not, right? Your friend doesn't want to tell you that. Your friend doesn't want to say, hey, man, you're really effing this up. You know what I mean? Remember what you said you were going to do? You're kind of just, you're really not doing it. You know, you're kind of not doing what you said you were going to do. How do you feel about that? Your friend doesn't want to have that conversation with you. You don't want your friend to have that conversation with you because it changes the dynamic. This is why you have to have a coach or a mentor or somebody outside of your sphere of friendship that can tell you the truth. I've been talking about this quote for, like 3 weeks now. I talked about it in the last podcast. Nick Saban's, I'm either going to have to pay Nick Saban royalties. That some bitch going to have to pay me royalties for talking about him so much. The quote is simple. You heard it last time. You heard it on the last podcast. Average players want to be left alone. Good players want to be coached. Great players want to be told the truth. The only way to build positive momentum is to be a great player. The only way accountability works is if that person can tell you the truth. Think about that. And not that your friends don't tell you the truth, but do they? Do they tell you that hard truth that you really don't want to hear? Not usually. Because you'll say, well, I don't want to piss them off. I don't want to hurt her feelings. I don't want her to be mad at me. You know how she is when she gets mad? And then so you just pacify, right? I don't have any friends that pacify me, right? And so because I don't want that. I don't want pacification. I want to be a great player everywhere. You should too. But if your friends were strong enough, guys, they would have already done it. They'd have already got you where you want to go. So don't be afraid to get a coach, a mentor, somebody that can push you and motivate you to do that. But the guarantee has to be this. That person has to guarantee you. Here's my promise to anybody that I work with. Anybody who coaches with me, I will always tell you the truth, even if it's not what you want to hear. And we've both got to be okay with that. I've got to be okay with you being upset with me, and you've got to be okay with knowing that it comes from a place and a space of love and connection, and the process has to happen that way. Because if I don't tell you the truth, you're not going to get where it is you need and deserve and desire to go. And then that's going to be my fault. So part of the bargain is your coach has to have the ability and free reign to tell you the truth. And you got to be okay with that. You got to start getting comfortable. Most people are not comfortable with the truth. Think about that for a second. Most people are not comfortable with the truth. They're comfortable with their version of the truth, but they're not comfortable with the actual bottom line. This is really how it is, truth. You got to get that way. You got to find that place for yourself. Number 3, super important, maybe the most important piece of the whole thing, because if you don't do this, nothing else will work. You have to decide, you have to make the declaration that you're worth it. You have to make the decision that you are worth whatever it is that you say you want to get. I'm going to give you 2 prime examples. These are weight loss examples. I've got 2 clients that are now in my private coaching group called Thrive Forever Fit. They started out following me probably for a year or more. Just follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook. Not really Instagram, because I don't do a whole lot on Instagram. Not really an IG model. I need to start taking my shirt off more and stuff. That's health. Never mind. It's a different conversation. Pop the top, right? They follow me on Facebook. They know one of them is local to where I live. The other one lives in Pennsylvania. Has some connection to some of my local clients. So they've known about me. They've read my books. They've been following me. They watch my videos. They do all the things that everybody gets to do for free. And then finally, I made this offer. I have a private group called Wellness Lab Launchpad. They're both a part of the Wellness Lab Launchpad. They both were. Now they're part of my Thrive Forever Fit program. Free group. I do trainings. I do things like that. And I made an offer about maybe 10, 12 weeks ago. And it was a process that I created. It was this 30-day program called Ignite. And what Ignite was it was meant to ignite all of these things: your momentum, your passion, your purpose, your motivation for food, fitness, functionality, movement, mindset, everything. So both these people joined that program. Very low barrier to entry, like $100 to get in. Hey, okay, Jay, I'll do 100 bones, man. Let's see what you got for 30 days. Those 2 people, after that 30 days, made the public declaration, made the personal declaration: I'm worth this. I need this. This is where I've got to be. And they both joined my private coaching group called Thrive Forever Fit. Al is now 27 pounds down. We're talking like 12 weeks, maybe 27 pounds down. Just went to the doctor last week. His hemoglobin A1C went from a 9.7, almost a 10, to a 6.3. My man is saving his life because guess what? Has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with Al. Al made a declaration that he was worth it. And now his life is changing. The other client is Tiffany. Same process. Tiffany went through the same exact process, followed me forever. Tiffany's been sending me messages on Facebook for probably a year and a half, 2 years. Finally, she made the decision. All right, I'll do it, Jay. I'll try this 30-day thing, see what you got, blah, blah, blah. Also, she even sent me a note. She's like, I made a decision. I finally made a decision. Because I asked her, I'm like, Tiffany, you've been following me for years. What changed? What happened? She's like, I finally made the decision. You finally convinced me that I was worth it. You finally convinced me that I needed to believe in myself as much as you believe in me. And I made the decision that I'm worth it. Tiffany's in massive crush mode, crushing daily workouts, overcoming anxiety, overcoming self-doubt, no longer breaking promises to herself. 12 pounds down, 4 inches off her waist. She's motivating her friends, her family, people she doesn't even know, motivating the shit out of me on a daily basis. These 2 people did one thing. They made the decision that they were worth it. Then they got accountability. They joined the program. Then they made a public declaration. This is what I'm doing. And number 4 is this: simple and consistent actions that build positive momentum. You see, what I teach, what I preach, what I do, I put a post up yesterday. The 2 biggest lies about weight loss and getting fit are that you have to use heavy weights and you have to do all this crazy shit. I use like 5-pound dumbbells, 10-pound dumbbells. The heaviest dumbbells I ever use are 30 pounds. And that's for some random shit. Most of the time it's between a 5 and a 15-pound dumbbell. I mean, I hate to say this. I'm jacked. I'm ripped, jacked and tanned. I don't say that to be conceited. It's just the bottom line. It's just truth. Number 2 was this, that age matters. I'm 45 years old. I'll be 46 on October 3rd. Please send gifts. Age doesn't have shit to do with it. I'm the best shape of my life at 40, almost 46 years old. And guess what? At 47, I'll be in better shape than I am at 46 because age has shit to do with it. It's about making declarations. It's about keeping promises to yourself. It's about accountability. It's about support. It's about simple and if you guys watched me last week, I had a donut and pizza. I'm jacked, ripped, didn't bother me a bit, right? It doesn't have to be hard. I don't count macros. I don't do paleo, keto, Guido, any of that stuff. I'm mindful and intentional about what I put in my body. So number 4 is this: simple and consistent actions that build positive momentum. Here's what happens. Most people defer action, meaning they say, I'm going to do this. I'm going to lose 30 pounds. I'm doing it. I'm kicking ass when I get back from vacation. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to start after July 4th. How many of you said I'm going to start after July 4th and today's July? I think today I'm recording this on July the 8th. How many of you started now? You're going to hear this probably on like July the 10th or 12th or maybe 14th. How many of you are still waiting to start? I know, right? I'm going to start when I get back from vacation. I'm going to start this time. I'm going to start here. I'm going to start there. You know what that does? When you defer action, it decreases the likelihood that you will actually do anything toward the goal that you set by 87.36%. I made that percentage up, by the way. That's not a real percentage, but it decreases the shit out of the percentage that you're going to do anything, guys. And you know that to be true because you've done it so many freaking times. So the bottom line is this. The answer is this: start now. And start now with simple and consistent actions. Here's what most people do. They're like, I'm going to lose 30 pounds. So I'm cleaning out the cupboards. I'm joining the gym. I'm going into quarantine for 75 days and I'm not going to eat anything but drink water and eat these rice cakes and I'm going to do 1,000 push-ups a day. They make it so difficult that it's not even sustainable by the craziest person on the planet. Simple, consistent actions that build positive momentum. You guys have heard me say this a million times. Little hinges swing big doors. We flip the script on that when we start to do something big. When we want that positive momentum back, we think it has to be the big door. That's the thing we need to do. It's not. It's the little hinge. It's a simple, consistent action is all you need. Simple consistency. This is what I teach and preach. It's what I do. It's how I live my life. Those are it, guys. Those are the 4 steps to create positive momentum. You can do those starting now, right now. As soon as this podcast ends, all you have to do is start. Public declaration, get an accountability coach, decide you're worth it, and take simple and consistent actions. I got great news for you. Here's what I would do if I was you. Here's what I'd do. If you're not already a member of my Wellness Lab Launchpad on Facebook, Wellness Lab Launchpad, it's a free Facebook group. It is ridiculously amazing, unbelievable. I'm going to go ahead and say it. I'm going to say it's the best group on Facebook. Not just because I'm in there. Amazing human beings, positive, beautiful momentum, great energy, no nonsense, no drama, no chaos, no overwhelm, no nothing but amazingness. And here's what I'm doing. Starting July 20th, I'm doing a 6-day training, free training. Won't cost you a penny. Just like this podcast, won't cost you a penny. Free training called Mindset Revolution. Get your butt to Wellness Lab Launchpad. You're going to see all these Mindset Revolution things coming. You don't have to do anything. The only place I'm doing this training is in that group. It'll be live in that group every day starting July the 20th. Monday, July 20th is day 1 of Mindset Revolution. My guarantee to you is this. If you join that group and you watch and listen and take action on the Mindset Revolution training, your life will be changed forever. You can't argue with that. You can't, that's a pretty damn good guarantee. That's not going to cost you anything. Who can not say yes to that? As soon as this ends, I'm going over there, creating a fake Facebook page, and I'm joining again just because it feels good to be a part of something amazing. That's how kick-ass this place is. Wellness Lab Launchpad, guys, get over there. Here's the deal. I want you to have everything in life that you deserve and desire. The only way you're going to get there, the only way we're going to get there together is that we have to start creating and building positive momentum. And the only way to create positive momentum, the only way to build positive momentum is to realize the 4 reasons why you don't have it, stop doing those things, and then take those 4 action steps that I just gave you. That will propel you in the direction of everything that you deserve and desire. and then consistently and simply do those things over and over and over and over again. If you want to be part of, if you need accountability right now and the Wellness Lab Launchpad isn't enough for you, reach out to me, pop me a DM, slide into my DMs. Keep it clean though. You know what I'm saying? Keep it clean. I'm only kidding. And I'll help you. I'll coach you. I'll find somebody to coach you. I'll tell you where you need to go. But stop thinking you're going to wing this and do it on your own. Stop thinking your friends are going to be enough. Your friends won't be enough. If they were enough, you wouldn't have the feelings you feel. Because guess what? Your friends have lost momentum too. So a bunch of people with no momentum can create what? Nothing. No more momentum. You need a joker like me that has positive momentum, that creates positive momentum, that breathes positive momentum to help you. And I'm here. Welcome. All right, guys, enough. Have a beautiful day. Have an amazing, positive, happy, amazing day. You deserve it. You deserve it. Share this podcast. Tell your friends. Tell your family. Get over to the Wellness Lab. Tell all your friends to get over there. Take them with you. Listen, your friends that don't have any momentum, take them with you. Say, hey, man, listen, this free Facebook group. I hear this guy's giving away a car like Oprah. I'm not giving away a car like Oprah. We should go join this group. And then they'll hear the mindset revolution. They'll be like, you know what? We might need to make some changes. And the next thing you know, your group's got positive momentum. Your group's got energy. Your group's got something different. And that's what you need to get you to where it is you want to go. Take your friends with you. Don't go alone. All right, guys. Love you. I'll see you again soon. Bye.